Have you ever felt a strange presence in your home? A strange sense of peace or unexplainable phenomena? It may not be just a coincidence. Many people believe that when angels appear, they leave behind special signs, but not everyone notices them. Take a look around your home right now. If you have ever seen white feathers appear out of nowhere, seen strange flashes of light without any apparent source, or suddenly felt someone accompanying you, even when you were alone, you may be being protected by an angel. In this video, we will explore 7 hidden signs that show angels are with you. These signs are not only mystical phenomena, but also have special meaning in your spirituality and life. Are you noticing any of these signs? Stay tuned until the end of the video to discover these mysteries, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on other interesting content. Inexplicable feeling of calm and peace, a sign of angelic presence. One of the most profound and often overlooked signs that angels are present in your home is an inexplicable feeling of calm and peace. This sensation is not just an ordinary moment of relaxation. Rather, it is a deep, overwhelming tranquility that seems to envelop you, even in times of stress, fear, or uncertainty. People who experience this often describe it as feeling protected, reassured, and embraced by an unseen force, even though their external circumstances may remain unchanged. Imagine sitting in your home after a particularly challenging day. Your mind is racing, worries flood your thoughts, and suddenly, without any external reason, you feel a wave of serenity wash over you. The air around you seems lighter, and your heart, once heavy with concerns, feels lifted. This is not mere coincidence. It is a possible sign that angels are nearby, offering their protection and divine support. This phenomenon is often linked to biblical teachings, particularly Psalm 91 verse 4, which states, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart." This imagery of being sheltered under an angel's wings suggests a feeling of divine protection, much like how a mother bird shields her young. This sense of warmth and security is a clear indicator that a higher power is at work. Similarly, in Philippians 4:7 it is written, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." This verse emphasizes that divine peace is not dependent on external conditions. Even amidst chaos, this peace can transcend understanding, meaning it defies logic and human reasoning. Many people report feeling this deep inner calm during life's most intense struggles, loss, illness, or financial hardship, despite having no rational explanation for it. In the modern world, people often dismiss these subtle, spiritual experiences because they are too busy, distracted, or skeptical. The constant noise of daily life, technology, work, social media, often drowns out these divine moments. Many fail to recognize that this peace is a supernatural sign, not just a fleeting mood shift. To become more aware of this sign, one must take time to pause, reflect, and be receptive to their surroundings. Simple practices such as sitting in silence away from distractions, taking deep breaths, spending time in nature, and engaging in prayer or meditation can heighten one's spiritual sensitivity, allowing them to recognize when an angelic presence is near. If you ever experience a sudden, inexplicable feeling of peace, don't brush it off. Instead, take a moment to acknowledge it and be aware that what you are feeling is not ordinary. It may be a sign of divine presence. Expressing gratitude through a silent prayer or moment of reflection can strengthen this connection. Additionally, trusting in the guidance of this peace is important. If you are feeling anxious or indecisive about something, this peace might be pointing you toward the right path. Ultimately, this divine peace is one of the most powerful and comforting signs of angelic presence. It serves as a reminder that no matter how turbulent life becomes, you are never alone. Angels may not always reveal themselves physically, but they can make their presence known through feelings of profound serenity. The next time you experience this unexplainable calm, recognize it for what it truly is, a sign that you are divinely protected and guided. 2. White feathers, a subtle yet powerful sign of angelic presence. Among the many signs that angels may be present in your home, the appearance of white feathers is one of the most well-known and tangible. Unlike other spiritual signs that rely on emotions or subtle sensations, white feathers provide a physical reminder of angelic presence. The experience of finding a white feather in an unexpected place, where no birds are present, no windows are open, and no logical explanation exists, can be a deeply moving moment. Many people report discovering these delicate feathers at significant times in their lives, such as during a period of grief, after prayer, or when seeking guidance. This phenomenon is more than just coincidence. It is often interpreted as a reassuring message from the divine, reminding you that you are not alone. In Christian tradition and spiritual teachings, white feathers symbolize purity, protection, and divine connection. The Bible provides numerous references to angelic beings described as having wings, further strengthening the association between feathers and heavenly messengers. Hebrews 1:14 states, "Are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation?" This verse confirms that angels are sent to guide and protect, and their presence can manifest in ways we may not immediately recognize. White feathers serve as a subtle but powerful reminder that we are under their watchful care. One of the most profound biblical references that connects feathers with divine protection is found in Psalm 91:4. "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." This verse paints a vivid image of being sheltered by an angel's wings, much like a bird protecting its young. The discovery of a white feather can be seen as an extension of this symbolism, reinforcing the idea that angels are near, offering protection and comfort in times of need. When and where do white feathers appear? People often report finding white feathers at moments of emotional intensity, spiritual reflection, or personal hardship. These feathers may appear on your doorstep or windowsill, as if placed there intentionally, on your pillow upon waking, particularly after a distressing dream or restless night, floating in the air or landing near you, seemingly without any logical source, during or after prayer, as a quiet yet profound confirmation that your prayers have been heard. These occurrences often happen in highly personal, meaningful moments, which is why many interpret them as a sign meant specifically for them. For example, someone who has just lost a loved one may find a white feather in their home, reinforcing the belief that angels are present to offer comfort and reassurance. Others may find them during moments of deep contemplation, serving as a reminder to trust in divine timing and guidance. The idea of white feathers as a link between the earthly and divine realms is supported by biblical visions. One such example is Genesis 28:12, where Jacob dreams of a ladder stretching from earth to heaven, with angels ascending and descending. This dream illustrates the connection between the spiritual and physical worlds, suggesting that divine messages are continuously being sent to those who are open to receiving them. White feathers may serve as a modern-day representation of this link, appearing as gentle, visible signs of angelic presence in our daily lives. Similarly, in Matthew 18:10, Jesus speaks of guardian angels watching over us. "See that you do not despise one of these little ones. For I tell you that their angels in heaven always see the face of my Father in heaven." This verse reassures us that angels are constantly attentive to our needs and ready to intervene when necessary. The discovery of a white feather, especially during a moment of uncertainty or distress, can be a reminder of this divine protection. If you find a white feather, it is essential to reflect on the context in which it appeared. Ask yourself, what was I thinking or feeling at the time? If you were worried, grieving, or praying for guidance, the feather might be a direct response to your emotions. Did I ask for a sign? Sometimes people receive white feathers shortly after praying for reassurance, serving as a tangible answer to their prayers. Is there a significant event happening in my life? Many report finding white feathers after the passing of a loved one, as a way for angels, or even the departed soul, to offer comfort. Instead of dismissing it as a coincidence, take a moment to acknowledge the feather and express gratitude. Even if you do not fully understand its meaning, trusting that it is a positive affirmation of divine presence can bring peace and reassurance. White feathers are among the most widely recognized symbols of angelic presence, offering a comforting and tangible reminder that we are never truly alone. Their appearance in unexpected places often coincides with moments of personal significance, making them deeply meaningful to those who receive them. Whether seen as a message from angels, a sign of divine guidance, or a simple reassurance that everything will be okay, white feathers encourage us to remain open to the subtle ways the spiritual realm communicates with us. If you ever find one, pause, reflect, and embrace the possibility that an unseen force is watching over you with love and protection. 3. Bright lights, a powerful sign of angelic presence. One of the most striking and visually compelling signs that angels may be present in your home is the appearance of unexplained bright lights. Unlike other signs that rely on emotions or physical objects, this manifestation is often seen rather than felt. Many people report seeing flashes of light, glowing orbs, shimmering colors, or even a soft ethereal radiance that has no identifiable source. These lights may appear suddenly, flicker momentarily, and then vanish without explanation. While they are subtle, they carry deep spiritual significance, often indicating that angels are near, offering protection, guidance, or a response to prayer. The presence of bright lights as a divine phenomenon is deeply rooted in biblical accounts of angelic appearances. Throughout Scripture, angels are frequently associated with radiant light, symbolizing divine power, holiness, and revelation. In Acts 12 verse 7, an angel appears to Peter in prison. Suddenly, an angel of the Lord appeared, and a light shone in the cell. He struck Peter on the side and woke him up. "Quick, get up," he said, and the chains fell off Peter's wrists. This passage highlights how the angel's presence was accompanied by a miraculous light, signaling divine intervention and deliverance. Similarly, in Luke 2 verse 9, when the angel of the Lord appeared to the shepherds to announce the birth of Jesus, it is written, "An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified." The glory of God, manifested as brilliant light, accompanied the angel's message, reinforcing the idea that supernatural light is a direct indicator of divine presence. People who have experienced this sign describe a variety of luminous manifestations, each carrying unique meanings. Some report flashes of light, quick, sudden bursts of brightness that appear in their peripheral vision or directly in front of them. Others describe floating orbs or glowing dots, which may be white, blue, golden, or violet, each color potentially signifying different angelic energies: white for purity, blue for peace, gold for divine wisdom. Some notice a soft radiance in a room, as if a hidden source of light is present, particularly during moments of prayer, meditation, or deep emotional need. In rare cases, some experience beams of light with no clear source, appearing as pillars or rays illuminating a space or an object in their home. Skeptics may argue that these bright lights are hallucinations, tricks of the eye, or natural light reflections. However, what makes these occurrences remarkable is the context in which they happen. Many who witness these lights do so during profound moments of faith, crisis, or transformation. Moments when they are praying for guidance, grieving, or seeking reassurance. Furthermore, some lights appear in patterns or repeatedly over time, making them difficult to dismiss as random occurrences. For instance, people who have prayed for a sign often report seeing a flash of light immediately after finishing their prayer. Others have noticed glowing orbs in photos, particularly in moments of joy, grief, or family gatherings, which they interpret as angelic presence captured through the lens. The presence of bright lights can indicate several spiritual messages. If you are experiencing fear, doubt, or hardship and suddenly see an unexplainable light, it may be a sign that angels are present to comfort and protect you. If you have been praying for guidance and notice flashes of light, it may be confirmation that your prayers have been heard and an answer is on the way. Some people who undergo spiritual growth or enlightenment report seeing glowing lights more frequently, indicating a higher awareness of the spiritual realm. Many also believe that flashes of light or glowing orbs may represent the spirit of a deceased loved one, offering reassurance that they are at peace. One of the most dramatic biblical examples of light representing spiritual awakening is found in Acts 9 verse 3-4, when Saul, later known as Paul, experienced a divine encounter on the road to Damascus. As he neared Damascus on his journey, suddenly a light from heaven flashed around him. He fell to the ground and heard a voice say to him, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" The blinding light not only stopped Saul in his tracks, but also marked the beginning of his spiritual transformation. This shows that divine light is not merely a passive presence. It can also signify a moment of awakening, redirection, or calling to a higher purpose. Similarly, in Exodus 34:29, when Moses descended from Mount Sinai after speaking with God, his face shone so brightly that the Israelites were unable to look directly at him. This radiant glow symbolized divine presence and transformation, further reinforcing the idea that unexplained light is often a sign of spiritual elevation and divine connection. If you notice bright lights, flashes, or glowing orbs, consider the timing and context. Were you praying, meditating, or asking for guidance? Pay attention to the color of the light. Some believe different colors carry specific meanings: white for purity, blue for peace, gold for wisdom, and violet for spiritual ascension. Reflect on the emotional impact. Did it bring you a sense of peace, comfort, or reassurance? If so, acknowledge it as a possible divine sign. Rather than dismissing it as a random occurrence, take a moment to express gratitude. Acknowledge the sign, thank the angels for their presence, and ask for further guidance if needed. The appearance of bright lights as an angelic sign is a powerful affirmation of divine presence. Whether seen in flashes, floating orbs, or gentle radiance, these lights serve as a reminder that we are never truly alone. They symbolize protection, guidance, spiritual awakening, and transformation, carrying messages from the divine realm to those who are open to receiving them. If you ever experience such an event, embrace it with faith and gratitude, knowing that angels may be near, offering their light to illuminate your path. Sudden temperature changes, a mysterious sign of angelic presence. One of the lesser-known yet deeply intriguing signs of angelic presence is the occurrence of sudden and unexplained temperature changes in a room or environment. Unlike visible signs such as feathers or bright lights, this manifestation is felt rather than seen. Many people report experiencing a sudden chill in the air, an unexpected warmth, or a temperature shift that has no logical explanation. These moments often happen during prayer, meditation, deep reflection, or in times of emotional distress, leading many to believe that angels use temperature fluctuations as a way to make their presence known. It is important to note that these temperature shifts are not simply random changes due to weather conditions, air vents, or open windows. Instead, they appear instantly and without any clear cause, often accompanied by an overwhelming sense of peace, security, or divine reassurance. For example, someone grieving the loss of a loved one may suddenly feel a warm, comforting sensation, as if wrapped in an invisible embrace. Others might be in the middle of a stressful situation when an unexpected cool breeze sweeps through the room, bringing a sense of calm and clarity. Many people report feeling a sudden chill or cold breeze when angels are near. This is often described as a gentle, almost electric sensation, similar to a cool breeze touching the skin or an invisible presence moving through a space. These experiences are believed to occur when angels or other divine beings enter a room, bringing a shift in spiritual energy. Some theories suggest that angels, being pure energy, may absorb heat from their surroundings, resulting in a temporary drop in temperature. Biblically, angels have been associated with supernatural occurrences in the natural world, including wind, fire, and other atmospheric changes. In 1 Kings 19 verse 11-12, the prophet Elijah experienced God's presence through a sequence of natural events. Then a great and powerful wind tore through the mountains and shattered the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. This passage suggests that God's presence can manifest in both powerful and subtle ways, and the presence of angels may be similarly perceived, sometimes through dramatic events, and other times through something as simple as a sudden cool breeze. The shift in temperature may serve as a reminder to be still, listen, and be aware of the divine presence around us. Experiencing a sudden warmth, the comfort of angelic presence. While cold sensations are commonly reported, others experience a sudden warmth that fills the room or surrounds them. This warmth is often described as feeling like a soft embrace, a gentle wave of heat, or a glowing sensation that radiates from within. It can appear suddenly during prayer, moments of despair, or even without any apparent reason, bringing a deep sense of peace, reassurance, and love. The feeling of warmth is often linked to angelic protection and divine love. In Exodus 3:2, when Moses encounters the angel of the Lord in the form of the burning bush, it is written, "There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a bush." Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. Fire and warmth have long been symbols of God's presence, purification, and guidance. The warmth people feel when encountering angels may represent spiritual healing, encouragement, or a reminder that they are not alone. Many who have had near-death experiences or intense spiritual awakenings describe a radiant warmth surrounding them, confirming the idea that this sensation is a divine signal of love and protection. When do these temperature shifts happen? These sudden changes in temperature tend to occur during specific moments, making them more significant. During prayer or meditation, a deep moment of connection with the divine may invite angelic presence, leading to an unexpected temperature change. In times of emotional need, when someone is grieving, feeling lost, or experiencing great stress, angels may bring warmth or coolness to provide comfort and assurance. During spiritual awakening, those on a spiritual journey or experiencing a personal transformation may notice temperature shifts as a sign of guidance. Near sacred or spiritually charged locations, churches, places of prayer, or areas associated with loved ones who have passed may carry divine energy, manifesting in temperature fluctuations. How to recognize and respond to this sign? If you experience a sudden cold chill or warm sensation, pause and reflect on what is happening in that moment. Ask yourself, what was I thinking or feeling just before this occurred? If you were deep in prayer, asking for a sign, or going through a strong emotional experience, this temperature shift might be a response. Did this sensation bring peace or reassurance? If the feeling left you with a sense of calm, security, or warmth, it may be an angelic presence offering comfort. Have you experienced this before in similar situations? If temperature changes seem to happen repeatedly during specific spiritual moments, consider keeping a journal of these experiences to track patterns. Rather than dismissing these temperature shifts as random occurrences, take a moment to acknowledge the presence of angels, express gratitude, and open your heart to any messages they may be bringing. If the sensation is accompanied by thoughts of a departed loved one, take comfort in the belief that they may be reaching out, reminding you that they are still near. Sudden temperature changes are a fascinating and often deeply personal sign of angelic presence. Whether experienced as a cool electric chill or a warm, loving embrace, these sensations serve as subtle yet powerful reminders that we are not alone. They encourage us to pay attention, trust in divine protection, and embrace the unseen forces working around us. If you ever find yourself in a moment where the air suddenly turns cooler or warmer without explanation, consider it a possible sign that angels are near, offering comfort, guidance, and reassurance. Instead of dismissing it as a coincidence, take it as an invitation to pause, reflect, and connect with the divine presence surrounding you. 5. Sweet, unexplained scents. A fragrant sign of angelic presence. One of the most fascinating and sensory-based signs of angelic presence is the experience of sweet, unexplainable scents appearing suddenly in the air. Unlike other angelic signs that manifest as physical objects like feathers or visual cues, such as bright lights, this phenomenon engages the sense of smell, evoking comfort, nostalgia, and divine reassurance. Many people who encounter this sign report floral fragrances, the scent of incense, or even an aroma reminiscent of loved ones who have passed. What makes these scents particularly mysterious is that they appear without any identifiable source. No candles, no fresh flowers, no perfume. Yet they linger momentarily, often leaving a profound impact on the person experiencing them. Spiritual and religious traditions across cultures have long associated fragrance with divine presence. In biblical texts, the use of sacred incense and aromatic oils symbolizes holiness, purification, and divine connection. In Exodus 30:34-38, God commands Moses to create a special blend of incense for worship, saying, "Take fragrant spices, gum resin, onycha and galbanum, and pure frankincense, all in equal amounts, and make a fragrant blend of incense, the work of a perfumer. It shall be most holy to you. This passage highlights the idea that certain scents are sacred and can serve as a bridge between the earthly and divine realms. Similarly, the presence of sweet, unexplained fragrances in daily life may signify that angels are near, offering comfort, guidance, or protection. How do these mysterious scents manifest? People who have encountered this angelic sign describe different variations of these fragrances, each carrying unique meanings. Floral scents, roses, jasmine, or lilies, often associated with purity, love, and divine presence. Floral scents may indicate angelic comfort or a message of peace. Many people report experiencing the smell of roses after praying or during moments of deep spiritual reflection. Incense or myrrh. These scents are deeply connected to religious rituals and divine worship. If you detect an incense-like aroma, it may suggest a heightened spiritual connection or an encouragement to pray. Vanilla, honey, or sweet aromas. These scents often bring a sense of warmth and reassurance, possibly symbolizing that angels are offering encouragement and love. Scents associated with departed loved ones. Some people experience familiar fragrances such as a deceased parent's perfume, tobacco smoke, or a particular food scent linked to a loved one. These occurrences may serve as gentle reminders that the person's spirit is still near, watching over them. These unexplained fragrances tend to appear suddenly and vanish just as quickly, often in emotionally significant moments. During prayer, after asking for a sign, or when feeling lost and in need of comfort. They often create a deep emotional response, ranging from peace and gratitude to a profound sense of awe. The connection between scent and the divine in the Bible. Throughout the Bible, the use of fragrance, incense, and sweet aromas is repeatedly linked to divine presence, worship, and prayer. One of the most well-known references is found in Revelation 8, verse 3-4, where incense represents the prayers of the faithful rising to heaven. Another angel who had a golden censer came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense to offer, along with the prayers of all God's people, on the golden altar before the throne. The smoke of the incense, together with the prayers of God's people, went up before God from the angel's hand. This passage suggests that divine beings use fragrance as a spiritual medium, reinforcing the belief that when unexplained scents appear, they may be signals of divine communication or answered prayers. Similarly, in Song of Solomon 1:3, God's name is described as being like perfume poured out, further symbolizing how fragrance is associated with holiness, purity, and love. Pleasing is the fragrance of your perfumes. Your name is like perfume poured out. No wonder the young women love you. Just as divine presence was once recognized through sacred perfumes and oils in biblical times, angels today may continue to use fragrance as a modern means of making their presence known. When do these scents appear? The sudden appearance of sweet, unexplained aromas often occurs during moments of spiritual significance, during prayer or meditation. Many people report smelling floral or incense-like scents while praying or meditating, especially when seeking guidance or divine reassurance. After the loss of a loved one, a common experience is detecting a scent strongly associated with a deceased loved one, such as their perfume, cologne, or even a familiar home-cooked meal. This is often interpreted as a message from beyond, offering comfort and letting you know they are still near. During times of emotional need or uncertainty, if you are feeling lost, anxious, or overwhelmed, the sudden presence of a calming or nostalgic scent may be a sign that angels are near, offering encouragement and peace. In places of worship or spiritually charged locations, many people experience these fragrances when visiting sacred places, such as churches, cemeteries, or locations where loved ones used to live. These areas may hold strong spiritual energy, making it easier for angelic presence to manifest. How to recognize and respond to this sign? If you encounter an unexplained, pleasant fragrance, consider the following. Pause and reflect. Take a moment to acknowledge the scent and consider what you were thinking or feeling at that moment. Was it a response to a prayer or an emotional need? Express gratitude. If you believe this is a sign from angels or a loved one's spirit, offer a silent prayer of thanks. Recognizing the sign with gratitude may help you become more spiritually attuned to future messages. Look for patterns. If you experience the same fragrance in multiple situations, especially during times of prayer or reflection, it may be a recurring sign meant specifically for you. Trust your intuition. These signs are deeply personal. If the scent brings peace, warmth, or a sense of divine reassurance, trust that it is a message meant to comfort and guide you. The appearance of sweet, unexplained scents is a subtle yet profound way that angels may communicate with us. Whether it is the scent of flowers, incense, or a fragrance tied to a loved one, these mysterious aromas serve as gentle reminders that the spiritual world is closer than we often realize. They can bring comfort during grief, reassurance in times of uncertainty, and a sense of divine presence during prayer or meditation. If you ever experience such a phenomenon, take it as a moment to pause, reflect, and embrace the possibility that angels are near, offering their love and protection. 6. A sense of companionship, feeling the presence of angels around you. One of the most deeply personal and comforting signs of angelic presence is the strong sensation that you are not alone, even when no one else is physically present. This feeling is not just an ordinary sense of company, but a profound awareness of a protective, benevolent presence surrounding you. Many who experience this sign describe it as a warm, reassuring energy, an unseen force offering them comfort, peace, and guidance. It often occurs in moments of loneliness, grief, prayer, or times of great emotional turmoil, when one most needs divine reassurance. Unlike other angelic signs that manifest in physical objects, such as feathers, or sensory cues, such as scents or temperature shifts, the feeling of companionship is more abstract yet equally powerful. Some people describe it as a gentle, unseen presence standing beside them, while others feel an invisible embrace, as if someone has placed a hand on their shoulder or wrapped them in warmth. Some report hearing soft whispers, sensing subtle movements, or feeling a sudden wave of peace wash over them. The sensation is rarely frightening. Instead, it brings comfort, security, and an overwhelming sense of divine love. Throughout the Bible, numerous passages highlight the idea that angels are sent to protect, guide, and walk alongside humans, even if they are not always seen. One of the most well-known verses regarding angelic companionship is Psalm 91:11-12, which states, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone." This passage reassures us that angels are constantly assigned to watch over and protect us, ensuring that we do not face challenges alone. Even if we cannot physically see them, their presence is felt through moments of inexplicable comfort, peace, and security. Another significant biblical reference to angelic companionship is found in Daniel 10:10-12, where Daniel describes an encounter with an angel. "A hand touched me and set me trembling on my hands and knees. He said, 'Daniel, you who are highly esteemed, consider carefully the words I am about to speak to you. And stand up, for I have now been sent to you.'" This passage emphasizes that angels not only watch over us, but actively reach out, offer guidance, and provide strength when we are feeling weak or uncertain. It suggests that when people sense an unseen presence supporting them, it may not be their imagination. It could be an angel standing beside them, offering divine encouragement. When do people experience this sense of companionship? Many individuals report feeling an angelic presence during crucial moments of their lives, often when they are in desperate need of reassurance, protection, or guidance. Some of the most common situations where this occurs include during times of grief or loss. People who have recently lost a loved one often describe feeling an unseen presence nearby, as though someone is standing beside them or watching over them. This is particularly common when visiting cemeteries, sitting in a deceased loved one's favorite place, or thinking about them deeply. The sensation is often interpreted as either angelic comfort or the spirit of the departed sending reassurance from the beyond. In moments of extreme fear or danger, some report feeling an angel's presence when they are in dangerous situations, such as narrowly avoiding an accident, feeling paralyzed by fear, or sensing an impending threat. In these moments, a sudden calmness may wash over them, or they may feel an unseen force guiding them to safety. During prayer or deep meditation, Many people experience a strong feeling of presence while praying, meditating, or engaging in spiritual practices. Some describe it as a warmth surrounding them, a tingling sensation, or an overwhelming feeling of love and peace. This may be a sign that angels are listening, responding, and drawing close to offer reassurance. During periods of loneliness or depression, when individuals are feeling alone or struggling emotionally, they sometimes sense an invisible presence that reminds them they are not truly alone. This may manifest as a sudden sense of peace, a whisper of encouragement in their mind, or even physical sensations like a gentle touch on the shoulder or a sudden warmth. In dreams or half-waking states, some people report feeling a presence in their room while sleeping or just before waking up. While this can sometimes be unsettling, many describe it as a protective and loving presence, as if someone is watching over them throughout the night. In some cases, this feeling may be accompanied by dreams of angels, deceased loved ones, or divine messages. How to recognize and interpret this sign? If you ever feel an unseen presence near you, consider the following questions to help interpret the experience. What were you thinking or feeling when this happened? If it occurred during a time of sadness, fear, or prayer, it could be a response from angels offering comfort. Did you experience any other signs at the same time? Some people report feeling warmth, chills, a light touch, or even smelling a sweet fragrance alongside the sense of companionship. Did this feeling bring peace or fear? Angelic presence almost always brings a sense of comfort, security, and love. If the presence felt warm and protective, it is likely a divine reassurance. If you frequently experience this sensation, consider keeping a spiritual journal to note when it happens, what you were doing at the time, and any emotions or insights that came with it. Over time, patterns may emerge, helping you recognize when angels are near and how they communicate with you. How to respond when you feel an angelic presence. If you sense that an angel is near, take a moment to acknowledge and embrace the experience. You can express gratitude, silently or verbally. Thank the angels for their presence and protection. Gratitude strengthens spiritual connections and encourages further guidance. Pray or meditate. If the experience happens during prayer, take the opportunity to ask for wisdom, comfort, or any guidance you may need. Trust your intuition. If you feel a gentle nudge toward making a decision or changing a perspective, it may be divine direction guiding you toward a better path. The sensation of an unseen but benevolent presence is one of the most personal and powerful signs of angelic companionship. Whether it comes in the form of a warm embrace, a whisper of reassurance, or an overwhelming sense of peace, this sign reminds us that we are never truly alone. Angels walk beside us, offering protection, love, and guidance, even when we cannot see them. If you ever feel this mysterious yet comforting presence, trust in it. Acknowledge it, and know that you are being watched over by a force greater than yourself. 7. Angelic dreams, a divine connection through the subconscious. One of the most profound and mystical ways that angels communicate with us is through dreams. Throughout history, dreams have been considered a gateway between the physical and spiritual realms, a space where divine messages, warnings, and guidance can be delivered without the distractions of the waking world. Angelic dreams are not like ordinary dreams. They often carry a sense of clarity, peace, and deep spiritual significance. Many people who experience them report waking up with an overwhelming sense of reassurance, direction, or even awe, as if they had received a direct message from the divine. Unlike regular dreams, which can be vague or fragmented, angelic dreams feel intensely real. They may involve seeing an angel, hearing a voice, receiving symbolic messages, or experiencing a deep, peaceful presence. In some cases, angels do not appear in their traditional form, with wings and radiant light, but instead manifest as figures of light, familiar faces, or even an unexplainable voice, speaking words of wisdom. These dreams often leave the dreamer with a clear sense of guidance or a solution to a problem they had been struggling with. Biblical references to angelic dreams. Dreams have long been recognized in religious traditions as a way for God and angels to deliver messages. Many biblical figures received divine revelations through dreams, demonstrating that the subconscious mind can be a powerful channel for spiritual communication. One of the most well-known examples is Jacob's dream in Genesis 28:12. He had a dream in which he saw a stairway resting on the earth, with its top reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. This dream was a powerful spiritual vision, symbolizing divine connection and guidance. It revealed to Jacob that he was not alone and that the heavens were actively watching over him. Similarly, many people today experience dreams of angels or stairways of light, which they interpret as a sign of divine presence and reassurance. Another important example is Joseph's angelic dream in Matthew 1:20, where an angel appeared to him and said, "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit." This dream delivered a clear and life-altering message, providing Joseph with the divine guidance he needed to move forward. This shows that angelic dreams are not just symbolic, but can provide practical, real-world direction when we are faced with difficult decisions. How to recognize an angelic dream? Not every dream is a message from angels, so how can you tell if a dream is truly divine in nature? Here are some common characteristics of angelic dreams. A strong feeling of peace and clarity. Unlike normal dreams, which can feel confusing or fragmented, angelic dreams leave you with a deep sense of peace, comfort, and certainty upon waking. Vividness and realism. These dreams often feel more real than reality, as if you have truly encountered an angelic presence. Some people report experiencing colors, sounds, and emotions in an intense and unforgettable way. Direct communication or symbolic messages. Sometimes, an angel will speak clearly, delivering a message of guidance, reassurance, or warning. Other times, the dream may be filled with symbols, numbers, or sacred imagery that need to be interpreted. Recurring themes or numbers. Some angelic dreams involve repeating symbols such as feathers, wings, stairways, or glowing light. Others may feature numbers like 111, 444, or 777, which are believed to be connected to angelic presence. A sense of divine presence. Even if an angel is not physically seen in the dream, many people describe feeling an unseen yet powerful presence, as if they were being surrounded by love and light. A message that aligns with your life's struggles. Angelic dreams often provide solutions, reassurance, or guidance for something that has been troubling you in real life. If you wake up with sudden clarity about a problem, the dream may have been an angelic message. While each dream is unique, there are common themes in angelic dreams that many people experience. Seeing an angel. If you dream of an angel appearing to you, it may be a direct sign of protection, encouragement, or divine intervention. Pay attention to what the angel says or does, as this may contain important spiritual guidance. Walking through a bright tunnel or staircase. This symbolizes spiritual ascension and divine connection. Many interpret this as a sign of awakening, transformation, or moving toward a higher purpose. A loved one delivering a message. Sometimes, angels may appear in the form of a deceased loved one, delivering a message of reassurance or closure. These dreams often occur when the dreamer is grieving or seeking comfort. Receiving a book, letter, or scroll. Written messages in dreams are often angelic guidance, wisdom, or instructions for your life's journey. If you dream of receiving a book or letter, try to remember what was written in it. Hearing a voice without seeing anyone. Some angelic messages come in the form of a clear, gentle voice speaking words of comfort or direction. If you wake up remembering specific words or phrases, write them down. They may hold deep spiritual meaning. What to do after an angelic dream? If you believe you have had an angelic dream, here are some steps you can take to understand and embrace the message. Write it down immediately. Upon waking, record every detail you remember. Even small details, colors, symbols, emotions can hold deep meaning. Pray or meditate on the dream. Ask for further clarity and interpretation. Sometimes the meaning of a dream becomes clearer over time. Look for patterns or recurring themes. If you frequently dream of similar symbols, numbers, or messages, this may be a repeating sign from angels. Trust your intuition. If a dream feels deeply significant, it likely carries divine meaning. Don't ignore your instincts about what the dream is trying to tell you. Take action if necessary. If the dream provided specific guidance, reassurance, or a warning, consider how you can apply this wisdom to your daily life. Angelic messages often encourage us to move forward with faith and confidence. Angelic dreams are one of the most intimate and powerful ways angels communicate with us. Unlike physical signs, which we may dismiss as coincidences, dreams take place in a state of spiritual openness, allowing divine messages to be received more clearly. Whether they come in the form of a vision, a voice, a symbol, or a profound sense of peace, these dreams remind us that we are divinely guided, protected, and loved. If you ever wake up from a dream feeling a deep sense of clarity, comfort, or purpose, take it as a sign that angels may have been reaching out to you, offering guidance in the quiet space between sleep and waking. These signs can appear at any time, but not everyone notices them. If you have experienced one of these phenomena, don't be too quick to dismiss it as a coincidence. Maybe an angel is by your side, providing protection and guidance. Have you ever felt the presence of an angel? Share your experience in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to watch more interesting content.